Hello, soul family. Welcome to my kitchen confessionals. You know, I kept hearing cooking confessionals and kitchen, and I didn't put it together, so I thought it was cooking confessionals, but I think they want me to say kitchen confessionals. I'm sure I'm not the only person who's ever titled this, but it's what it is. And so, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I think I'm still in morning time. I think it's in the 11th hour. But I've been up for a few hours and I've been doing some things and recording things and having fun. And, you know, I just kind of wanted to talk to you guys about a few things. So I thought I'd walk you through what my day is like. Living off grid with no electricity and no running water. So that, we live in an RV right now. So that's a skylight. Blessed be. If we didn't have skylights, it would be dark and creepy and harsh, because when we lived in Big Camper, we had a thing over us, and it was awesome that it protected us from the weather and the elements, but it was really dark in there. Like if I didn't pull all the windows, put all the windows open, as you can see, I have to cover doors and windows because, it's wintertime here. It's in the 30s, so you gotta do what you gotta do. Anyway, so my trusty dusty lighter, I don't know if any of you guys, if I've ever shown this to you. This is Drago. It's I don't know what his name is. His name's probably like Pete or something. Oh, Puff the Magic Dragon, cute. Yeah, Pete and his dragon. Oh, I get it, Spirit, yeah. Anyway, this awesome lighter I have had for a long time. In fact, I was thinking about this when I was thinking about the lighter today, that I have moved 29 times in 5 states in 51 years. And somehow this is still in my orbit, and I bought this when I was living in LA the second time after when I was going through a divorce. Anyway, look at it. It's so rad. Oh. Spirit says hello. So hello. So I like to light candles because where we live, it's really cold, like I said, and we're on propane heat. But what this does is we have this 5-gallon, I'll show you some other day, but we have like an igloo 5-gallon thing that holds our water. And so I try to keep a candle under there all day to keep the water warm, because I learned the hard way that when I start boiling water to put in there, sorry, Pete. When I started to boil water to put it in there, thank you, they were trying to remind me that I have to light the stove with this as well. I would, do dishes, or I would clean up, or, food prep or whatever. And then later I would go to wash my hands and I'd forget, and it would be colder. And I'm like, oh no, and I think it's oh, my pony fell out. It's so much effort. It's so much effort that I have to go through to boil 5 gallons of water. And so, it's like, why wouldn't I keep it going? I have candles going anyway. So I'll use Pete again. And I just lit the propane stove. He's old though, he's got a little leak. But yeah, I got this in LA years ago at a gas station. I think I paid $20 for it back then, but it's nice. It's like heavy. Even when I met Alder, he was like, I don't remember where it was that he saw it, and he was just like, he's like, that's so cool. He's like, what is that? I was like, it's a lighter. Also, I'm in it's not a robe, it's actually a sweater. It's like a big bulky, it's like really long. It's so, I've got multiple layers on, but it's so cozy, it's so cozy. It's one of the first like real impulse purchases that I've had, because, because we live off the grid and we don't have much space right now. I only have so many clothes that I can keep in here. So I'm really particular about, what I wear and what I have, which is why you guys see me a lot in the same clothes. A lot of times I'll wash them here, or they're layer pieces that it's not getting dirty. So it's like I can wear it like a week because I'm wearing different Under Armour. You know what I mean? Sometimes I have 4 layers on, and it's like, because I was looking back at some of my videos and I'm like, it looks like I never change my outfit. But I do actually. And sometimes I'll shoot videos, like I'll shoot a bunch of videos in one day. Like I'll shoot like 10 videos sometimes in one day. So it just looks like, anyway. I digress. So I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit like about Pisces season. Like how's everybody doing? How's everyone doing? Oh boy, I have been struggling and struggling. It's funny because when I started this, I felt all whimsical and pretty, and now I'm like, yeah, this is pretty much par for the course, you know, because I have been struggling. Have you guys been struggling? My moon is in Scorpio, so having your moon, your emotional sign in a water sign, and then another really emotional water sign is super powerful on the planet, it's gonna fucking hit you. Like you can't run from it. So I don't know about you guys, but I have been really struggling. More than I've ever struggled, really. Alder and I both. Like, I feel like we've been doing is taking turns apologizing to each other. I shit you not. We've literally been taking turns apologizing to each other. And this morning he woke up, he's like, I'm so sorry about yesterday. I'm like, it's okay, I'm sorry too. I'm like, and then we're both trying, and then we mean it when we say we're sorry, and we're both like, I can't, but man, the energy is just super fucking intense. So don't be so hard on yourself. When all else fails, try again. Just keep trying, don't give up. Oh, actually, you will see this because I'm gonna put it here, but you know what, I gotta clean this first. Where shall I put this? This is always the fun, challenging part of living in a tiny home, is like, okay, how am I going to get this to this? And also, for those of you who know me, I used to have a severe problem with OCD, like really bad, like cleaning wise, like just, I had to be like, I mean, fastidious is an understatement, and I just had to constantly be cleaning something. It was just a really sad disorder that came together when I just couldn't figure it, when people kept telling me who I wasn't. And I was so confused because every part of me felt like I was this other person, but my friends and family were living in, practical 3D land. And, whenever I tried to be myself, it just wasn't really revered. Let's put it that way. It was not revered. So it was tough. I mean, I literally had a dentist who said, you are brushing the enamel off your teeth. How many times a day are you washing your teeth? I'm like, or washing your teeth, same thing. I said, anytime I'm eating. He goes, what do you mean? He goes, even if like you have a snack or something? I go, oh yeah, or gum or whatever. And he was like, oh gosh, stop doing that. And I had read somewhere, this was like back in like the early 90s, that like lemons could like whiten your teeth. So I was like sucking on lemons and just doing all this weird shit. What I was really doing is like literally like dissolving my fucking enamel off my teeth. Just crazy shit. So yeah, I'm just trying to like figure out a lot of things right now. I've just been going in all these different circles and loops and just interesting. It's like every day is like a new turn of events. It's like ever since Pisces season started, I'm just like, I'm not sure what the fuck is going on. But I do know that part of the reason why Alder and I are fighting so much is like, this has literally been our 7th winter in a small home. And it really is not for the faint of heart. And I know that they are working so hard to finish the cabin, but man, I am just, it's really harsh. It's really harsh. But I know in my heart. Oh, by the way, welcome March. I forgot to say welcome March. Today's March 1st, 2023. Oh, that's pretty. 3/1/23. Well, that looks pretty on a thing, or 3/1/2023. So what is that today? So March is 3. First is 1, so that's 4, and then 2023. So 2023 is 7. Ooh, it's an 11 day, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's an 11 day. Oh, it's an angel day. Cute. The cute thing is that Alder and I have this thing whenever it's 11/11, like we text each other time. Like it's been our thing since we met almost 8 years ago. That's the water boiling. And it's been me for a long time sending it. Like he's just been so busy, or he just like hasn't, And so today I was about to send him something, and somebody else messaged me, and I was about to message them back, and he messaged me time. And so for us, that's a big deal. We got married on 11/11/2020, and it's been rough. The first 2 years of our marriage, the first 2.5 years of our marriage have been rough. And I know they say that it's always like that, but you think, oh, we've been together all these years though, like it shouldn't be that hard. Yeah, I think it's harder actually, because You know, you've been like these people that at any moment you can fucking bolt, but now you're like really betrothed. And you're like, you know, for us, we didn't go through the system. We like literally went out into nature and like had a betrothal. And like those of you who know me and know Alder know like how fucking witchy and powerful we are. So when we were out there, he definitely has Sasquatch, Yeti, whatever terminology, aliens, beautiful furry aliens, you know, like whatever. I mean, there's such a connection to us. We both like we see them, feel them. I've had one actually touch me. He didn't show himself to me, but he, you know, told me like not to go any further. And I literally like, it was as if I ran into a wall and I was halfway through a river. I couldn't go forward. And I literally felt the most gentle hand like go on my chest. What? I felt the most gentle hand go on my chest. That was just like, no, like you're not allowed here. And I was like, okay. And then like later that day we ran into an avid Sasquatch hunter who's like kind of famous actually. And he said, yeah, there's a bunch of families right over here. We've gone like really far off the grid. We'd never gone that far before. It was really cool. They're definitely in the Olympic Mountains. You know, but I always tell people, be mindful because there's different clans and some of them will fucking kill you. They don't care. They'll kill you. You're in their property, they'll kill you. Other ones, like that one, knows that I'm a light worker and it's just like, you know, hey, like you can't come here. Like there was no aggression whatsoever. Like I literally did not feel aggression, which when you think about that from an entity like that who could easily scare the fuck out of me, give me lots of aggression, didn't. But with that being said, at our wedding, we felt and saw, like we started like at night because we got there later than we wanted to, and it's a long story, but it was really, really, really cool. But all the spirits came and our ancestors, there were so many people there. It was just us two humans, like, but there were so many people there. It was really, really powerful. So what I do is I take this little pot and I pour it into this. This is just black from the soot from the candle under there. I try to wash it as much as possible, but a lot of it I can't get off now. But we don't care. I mean, it was always just meant to keep the water warm. We don't drink out of this. You know, we even don't wash up out of that. A lot of times we use the bottled water that we have from the Olympic Springs. Anyway, so this is what I do. I just keep filling up and filling up and filling up. I used to have like a big one, but we started using the big one for popcorn, and it's better to keep it like certain things for us, because we can't really wash like super hardcore here. It's hard. So it's easier just to keep, because we have popcorn, you know, several times a week. And so it's kind of like our snack that I make on the stove. It's really good. I don't know if you guys ever had my popcorn and my oils. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm really, this is an old bottle, but like that's my oil in there. I'm really thinking about selling my oils. There's a really cool flea market that's close to where we live, and it's really inexpensive for the day. And I think we're going to start, I don't know, I got to find out the rules about, like, you know, farmer's market. I might have to try and go there because it's a food thing. I don't know. Anyway, plus allergies and all that kind of shit. But I love my oils, and I give them away as gifts a lot to people. I digress. So yeah, so we betrothed ourselves, and every time it gets rough, I'm like ready to go. Just because I'm like, okay, I knew I betrothed myself to you. I was like, do I have to be tethered to your pain and suffering too? I'm an empath, you know? So it's been a fucking struggle. And right now during Pisces season, I think it makes sense because he's a triple Gemini. I'm with his moon in Sag, and I'm a triple Sag with my moon in Scorpio. So yeah, man, it hasn't been pretty. One of our tribe members was like, messaged me, and she's like, dude, I did some shrooms and I was like in the fetal position for like a fucking hour or something like that, crying. And I'm not laughing. I know they'd laugh with me. Like, that's what it is. Like, same for me. Yesterday was my dad's birthday. Happy birthday, Dad. We sang all day. He made me record shit. Like, well, he didn't make me, but like, he really encouraged me. And it was like every year that my dad's birthday, you know, it's coming up on 9 years. Yes, that he'll be gone. So he's been gone over 8 years. And every year his birthday is different. We spend it together, but it's always different. It's so cool. And I can feel when he kind of dips in and dips out. Like, I know that it's timeless and he could be in 100 places at once, but I can feel like that he goes to be with my stepmom, or he goes to be with like my sister or something. Because I'm a medium, I can like kind of feel that he leaves, and then he'll like come back and be like, what did I miss? Or he'll be like, how's the soup going? Seriously, it's so cool. Like, so I feel really blessed to have that ability. We all have this ability, you guys. It's like a muscle. You just got to work it. It's like singing. Yesterday, my dad like really made me practice, and all of a sudden I had this, if you're a singer, you know what I'm talking about. When you have that one moment where you hit a note that like you can hit it, or you hit it, but like you hit it with that falsetto where you're like, holy shit. Or like you hit it with that vibrato that you're like, oh, that's what I'm talking about. Like, that's what lives inside of here, It was really fucking cool. And it was while I was singing a religious song for my dad, because it was his favorite song, How Great Thou Art. I don't know when and if I'll put it out. Oh, he's really like pushing me to do a song a day. So we'll see. But I don't know if it's going to happen now, because I feel like right now I'm supposed to be in the fields, and I'm supposed to be in all this shit and just working through stuff, and just reminding myself that I'm blessed. And then I'm not in some fucking sick torture chamber. Whatever torture chamber I'm in, I've put myself there. And that's the hard part, right? Is when we realize that like we're our own enemy. Fear is man-made. We have no fear. If we have no fear, then nobody can control us. Because that's what it is. We're controlled by fear. I know. I've been going through such heavy shit, man. Like, my dad and the ancestors have really been showing me some heavy shit. So I don't want to talk forever. I just kind of wanted to, show you how this goes. And so basically I'll fill this up. And sometimes I have to do it 2 times a day. And it can be really exhausting. And it's like a part-time job. This was what I was trying to say to our landlord. When he was like, yeah, I know, it must be hard. I'm like, no, I don't think you really understand. I'm like, it's because he had said something at one point. He's like, well, at least you don't have to pay rent. I'm like, oh, we're paying rent. I'm like, trust me. I'm like, we may not be paying you money, but because we're doing trade and stuff, but I'm like, all of this, I'm like, the time it takes. Now, mind you, I'm doing this with you. Obviously, I can heat water and multitask, but I have to be mindful because, it's important that I keep all the portals open so that the heat doesn't, you know what I mean? There are just so many things that you have to think about when you're in a tiny home from beginning to end. So for those of you who are thinking about doing it, I want you to at least like maybe rent something for like a month and like go on work from it, live your life from it, and see what it's like. Because it's not easy. And if you're thinking about doing it with another person, if you notice, a lot of people do it with animals because they don't want to be alone. But it's hard to live with another person. I mean, big camper was 26 by 10 feet. This one is 35 by 10, I think. It's 35, but I don't know if it's 10 or 12. I don't know if the width is different. Alder says it's not. I can't really tell, to be honest. It looks about the same as Big Camper when I look at it. But then, I don't know. It seems wider, It's hard to say. It's been a minute since we've been in Big Camper. Do you guys remember Big Camper? Those people walking with us for a while. I remember my cousin one time was like, dude, I don't know how you do it. Like, she's like, seriously, like, you're like my superhero or something like that. She's just like, I could never fucking do it. And I was like, well, I had a great fucking time. I can't say that I have not had a great life. I have had a great fucking time. The last 7 years, yeah, they've been tough. Actually, the last 8 years have been really, I can go back. I mean, the whole 51 years has been tough. But at the same time, I've had a lot of good times too. And I've traveled and I've done things and I've had jobs where I can make money. And, that's why I moved so much, because I could. Once I realized that I can just like get a waiter job somewhere, because I started out right out of high school working downtown Chicago, because, my family was like, well, we're not going to pay for college and you don't have the grades for college, which I would have if my parents, if things had gone differently. I was pretty fucking smart. I had a 4.0 in college for the first year. And it was so awesome. I was actually inducted into the National Honor Society, and they had a luncheon and everything. I cried. Because I'm like, this is probably who I would have been, you know, if my parents gave a shit. I mean, my parents were kind of like, you know, do you ever see that part in Breakfast Club where he gives him a carton of cigarettes and he's like, here you go, Johnny, smoke up, you know, happy birthday, or whatever. I mean, it wasn't like that, you know, drastic, but it kind of was. I mean, it was like, hey, like, you're not going to go to college unless you're going to pay for it yourself. Like, you know, good luck. We didn't go to college, and, you know, you're 18, move out, go get your own life. You know, we only have to take care of you until you're 18. That's how my parents, like, really, like, that's how we were raised, really. It was kind of like very weird world, you know, where now it's like I see kids living at home until they're like in their 20s and 30s. And that's the kind of thing you see like in like other countries. But in America, you know, it was kind of like you're a loser, which I don't like to use that word, you know, but you know what I mean? Like that's the way people treated you, which is so fucked up and crazy because everybody, you know, advances at different rates at different times. But I digress. Anyway, someday I'm going to buy, every time I see this, I know there's like a real one out there. This was some cheapy one that I was in Ross looking for. I need a new brush desperately. And I, once in a while in Ross, Marshalls, things like that, you'll find some really cool random shit. And I've been really blessed over the years to find a full bamboo brush, like bamboo bristles, bamboo handle, like organic, like for like $7, like $50 brushes for like $7. I've been really blessed. But anyway, I went in there and I saw this, and it literally was like an impulse where I was like, what the fuck? It was on a clearance rack. It was $20. I'm like, yes. I'm like, I love it. It's like we're in a robe. I live in it. I live in it. So I don't really know what all this is about, but I guess the Piscean season, like, let it take you down memory lane. Let it take you down childhood trauma lane, because, you know, it needs to, childhood trauma terrace. You know those streets that are called a terrace because it's not really a full road. It's like not really a court, but it's like a little side street, you know? Childhood trauma terrace. I tell you guys all the time about my place, my subconscious when I'm dreaming. I call it subconscious city. I've been having a lot of weird fucking dreams in subconscious city lately. I don't even really call them dreams. I feel like I'm just like, you know, it's like going through, you know, my subconscious and like finding all these little things and these little stories that have been created and really getting down in there deep. That's why I'm crying so much. That's why I'm so miserable. That's why things are so fucked, you know, or at least they feel that way. And the outer world feels fucked, right? But a lot of things are going to happen in Aries season. So just hold on. Don't let go yet. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. We are actually on the other side of it. It just doesn't feel like it yet, but we are. We are. But it's like the beginning of something, right? We're at the beginning. Just like right now, we're at the very end of this astrological year of the Piscean year, which is the 12th house. And then we are going to be moving into Aries, which also... Aries and spring are on the same day on March 20th, and the day after that is a new moon in Aries. And the cool thing is that there's 2 new moons because of the way it falls. They're which they call a dark moon. So they have the first new moon is on the 21st of March, and then the next new moon is at the last day of Aries season. So it's like kind of the beginning and the end. So a lot of cool shit. And then we've got eclipse season, Mercury retrograde season coming up. And so spring's going to be one hell of a banger. So take your time in this Piscean energy. Just fucking get through this shit. Feel it, feel it, feel it. Don't chase it away, because when you chase away the blues and you don't feel them, they're just going to keep coming for you until you do. In any capacity, no matter what you're going through, you know? And if spirit is telling you to, you know, let go of something, and it's because they want you to let go of what isn't serving you. Hold on. Yeah. I got really good at this pouring thing. But also going slow and thanking the water. You know, you didn't come here to play small. You came here to fight. So just get in your feels, get in your stuff. You know, if you found yourself here, most likely you're a light worker, or at least somebody who's waking up to your gifts and your skills, or at least somebody who's waking up to the bullshit and realizing that you don't have to have the same job. We don't have to believe in the same thing. You don't have to believe in what I believe in. I have another channel. It's linked below, called The Magical Medium. That's what I am. But, you know, I created this channel too because, you know, I want this to be a safe space where people can think and feel whatever they want and believe in whatever they want. You know, this kitchen confessional is just like, this is my favorite room in the house. I mean, actually, I don't really have a favorite. They all serve a purpose. But I'm excited for when we do get our house, because I have a feeling the kitchen will probably be, I have this whole idea of something that I have kind of going around in my head that I'm really excited about. So once we get into the house, I'm sure I'll do a lot of before and afters, and there'll be videos and stuff, because I've been taking pictures, I've been taking videos. I haven't been up to take pictures and video in a while. I kind of was just kind of battling with that. So I know there's been a lot more work done since my last picture or video, so I'm sure when I take it, I'll describe it, or I'll say, you know, blah, 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 blah. But anyway, for now, I hope you're enjoying my channel, and I hope you're enjoying the free readings over on the Magical Medium. And if you're wondering, yes, I do one-on-one spirit work. So if you're ever interested, just message me below and just say, hey, I'm interested. Or you can email me through, I think, did I put my email? I don't know if I put my email on this one, but it's just magicalmedium@gmail.com. And magical with a K, like the old way. magicalmedium@gmail.com. No the. It's a long story. All right, you guys. Until next time, take good care of yourselves and each other. And remember, we're very blessed. Don't give up. You're so close. You're so close. Get in there and get out. Until next time.